In the headlines, a US $800,000 capacity building project to increase community resilience launched in Dominica. Satisfactory progress on the country's international airport development project, and the government applauded for its decision to cancel this year's World Creole Music Festival. I am Andrea Louis with the Channel 5 News, back with the details after this.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. We're in this together. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Thank you for staying with us. First up, a US $800,000 capacity building project to increase community response to adverse climatic events has been launched. This project is to run for 12 months and is funded by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. The International Organization for Migration, IOM, is among the partners to oversee the implementation of this project. Head of the IOM in Dominica, Natasha Graves, says building resilience at the community level has been critical following the passage of Hurricane Maria.
3 years post-Hurricane Maria, IOM, through funding from USAID, continues to support the government of Dominica on the road to resilience. While national guidelines and protocols are in place to reduce the harmful effects of disasters and to minimize human and economic losses, appropriate systems, infrastructure and equipment need to be in place for these plans to be effective. This project will repair 7 hurricane shelters, provide security and essential equipment to 55 emergency shelters around the island, share information to ensure that community members in these communities are more prepared for different emergency scenarios, and to support training of first responders to assist with disaster management.
This project is a follow-up to a previous 2018-2019 IOM-USAID partnership in support of the work of the Office of Disaster Management and, by extension, the Government of Dominica. National Coordinator of the ODM, Fitzroy Pascal, welcomed this collaborative project.
This project is in line with the plans and goals of the ODM over the next 5-year period, which includes activities to strengthen national mitigation, preparedness and response systems through an enhanced early warning system and to improve national community-based disaster management programs to reduce vulnerabilities to priority hazards. The support from the IOM at this time is very timely as we collectively work towards building national resilience to hazards that we must learn to live with.
In more top stories, negotiations being finalized with some property owners ahead of the construction of the country's international airport. Prime Minister Skerrit, who was updating the country on the status of the international airport, says the payment to property owners has already begun, while talks with other property owners are nearing completion.
We are making progress on the international airport. As I've indicated to you, this is occupying a lot of my time, and I am personally leading the process towards the international airport and to ensure that we advance the actions. So great progress has been made on this. We are finalizing negotiations with several property owners. We have started the process of paying property owners for their properties, and that will be an ongoing process. We will start the construction of residences for some people who will be affected in the next couple of weeks, and that will take about 6 months or so.
The Prime Minister plans to meet with stakeholders this week to further discuss the management structure for the international airport.
We are engaging a whole wide cross-section of stakeholders. This week coming, God's willing, I will also meet with some private sector stakeholders to share with them where we are and to solicit their support in this regard. And the intention here is to look at broadening the membership of the technical committee that will help oversee this airport. And we're discussing within the government even the possibility of creating an airport development authority, which would be a statutory entity to oversee the development of the airport.
In other news, President of the Dominica Coalition of Service Industries and former Calypso monarch Daryl Bob has commended governments on its decision to cancel this year's World Creole Music Festival. The announcement of the festival's cancellation came from Minister for Tourism Denise Charles earlier this month. While understanding the economic impact cancelling the festival will have on the country, Bob, who is also a representative of the Association for Music Professionals, agrees it is for the best.
I think generally it's a very easy thing to digest because we have to agree that health, life matters most. Right now we're dealing with a pandemic, a situation where you have a virus that we in the world don't really understand. And it has caused so much havoc. So we have to, in some way, sacrifice something in order to keep ourselves safe. You know, you look at what's happened so far, and you have to agree that we have to take some drastic measures. Yes, it's going to impact the business sector. Yes, we know what the value of the World Creole Music Festival, what it is to our economy. But when you think of what we may lose, I don't think it's really worth it. So we have to sacrifice.
Despite the wide-reaching impact of COVID-19, Bob believes the commercial sector needs to learn to navigate the new environment and adapt to doing business in these COVID-affected times.
This thing has slowed us down so much that we have not been able to move as we have been able to in the past because of the virus. A lot of things they're not really on stream as yet. So survival, the history about survival is that the ones who survive are those who are able to adapt to situations. And we have to show signs of being able to adapt to this thing. We have to venture into the world. So are we ready to move into the world, move into business, you know, open our ports with these new attitudes, or are we just going to remain with our doors closed and not being able to move on? I am certain that's not going to help us, most definitely. We have to make up our minds. This is the change, this is the new time, it's the new norm.
You're watching the Channel 5 News. Stay tuned for more after the break.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid. But there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. We're in this together. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
Welcome back. A challenge to Dominica State College students to keep the agriculture sector alive. This call from Technical Officer of Extension within the Division of Agriculture, Felix Leslie. Mr. Leslie was addressing the 6 college students who recently completed the Agricultural Student Internship Program. He told the young adults that in order to maintain a viable agriculture sector, youth must get involved.
I believe the agricultural sector, to be sustainable, must have a group of young scientists, oncoming scientists, who will join the sector and take over places. That's what I'm telling you there. So those of us in the room, we are with you. There's something about us, we are older than you are, and we have to make room for you. All right? So in making room for you, you must be willing and able to come and occupy that space that will be made for you.
The technical officer encouraged the students to use their youthfulness to their advantage in bringing positive change to the agriculture sector.
When you are young and strong and vibrant and dynamic and full of energy, that is the time you can accomplish great things. That is the time you can do great things for yourselves, for your community, for your country. All right? We are counting on you. Dominica is counting on you. We know you're not going to let us down. So the agricultural sector, and I say this sector because I look at the sector which is bigger than the ministry. There are a number of you here this afternoon who are in the ministry, but when you talk about the sector is bigger than the ministry. But the agricultural sector needs you.
Dean of the Dominica State College, Ron Leslie, congratulated the 6 students selected to do the course despite the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic.
I must call you the fortunate 6. I'll tell you why I call you the fortunate 6. It is because we took a decision not to write for internship because of all COVID situation. So we tried our very best not to request from the Department of Agriculture or several organizations which we normally have internship for, not only for agriculture, but various disciplines taught at Dominica State College. But the Ministry of Agriculture, or rather the Division of Agriculture, made the request for you all, and we took the opportunity to at least have you all here.
And one of the IOM-sponsored entrepreneurs for the first ever Sustainable Development Movement Summit being organized by the OECS Commission is looking forward to making the best of the experience. The event taking place this week will see youth from all across the region engage in a virtual summit to brainstorm ideas and share strategies on how to move the region forward. Julie Robin, who is the owner of Back to Basic Products, a young company aimed at promoting a different approach to a local cuisine and currently specializes in local fries made from dasheen, kokoy and plantain. Ms. Robin, who has been sponsored by the IOM to attend the SDM Summit, is looking forward to developing linkages with other entrepreneurs over the 2-day period.
With this program, what we are hoping to achieve from it is a better understanding of how we can develop a healthy ecosystem within the company. Not just to create a product to sell, but how we can work with farmers, with restaurant owners and hotels as well to develop a healthy ecosystem.
The young entrepreneur believes youth should get involved and on board with the program and is hoping to implement what she learns into her own company.
It's a new business. I have a lot to learn. I'm eager to learn. I'm hoping that like-minded people can identify what the business is about, what we can contribute to our economy, what we can contribute to the region, and hopefully interested persons will be able to come on board to join and contribute in any way they can. So I'm looking forward to that.
The 2-day SDM Summit runs from 23rd to 24th September.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid. But there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. We're in this together. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
To end the news, the headlines again. A US $800,000 capacity building project to increase community resilience launched in Dominica. Satisfactory progress on the country's international airport development project. And the government applauded for its decision to cancel this year's World Creole Music Festival. Feel free to access or pass the newscast on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Andrea Louis, and to all of our viewers around the world, thank you so much for watching. Join us next time.